All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, depending if you're on the East Coast. We are here on the West Coast in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Maria Williams, Pro9 in Lifevantage, and it is my pleasure to host this Sunday night training that we do every Sunday night. And we follow the blueprint. So this business, we have a blueprint from how to get started to inviting to database to your why to closing to how to resolve concerns. But we just came from Elite Academy this weekend, so we're going to kind of recap a little bit of what went on this weekend. And I do want to go over the new enrollment process and checkout process because I think that's real important that everyone understands if some changes were made. And I'm going to try to show you my screen so you kind of can see those differences. But first I want to start out with, so our conferences, we call them Elite Academies, and we have globals. There's about 3 a year. And for the new people that are on, you know, if you're going to learn anything, if you're going to start something new, a business, a career, you know, you need to get trained. And we have 3 major events every year. And we just finished having our Elite Academy from Thursday to ended last night in Denver, Colorado. And I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 7 years. I have never missed one. And I learned something at every single one. And in this business, you need to stay inspired. You need to stay motivated because honestly, you get a lot of no's along the way. We know what we have our hands on is a medical breakthrough. There's no doubt in my mind. After listening to the science from the different doctors that presented and all the background that we just know, right, that oxidative stress is linked to diseases, and we've got the most potent nerve-2 activator in the world that can reduce it. So we know that we have the science is hands down. There's nothing like it in the world, and the timing and the opportunity of a lifetime. So you need these events. So I'm stressing this at the beginning because now is your chance to get ready for Orlando in November. And, you know, start thinking big, right? Start thinking how much money do I need to earn to get to Orlando, right? Start thinking of that now and commit, sign up for the conference. Start looking at the tickets, right? And start, okay, how many people a day are you going to contact, right? Because this is about contacting people. How many people are you a day going to contact to be able to get to Orlando? Because honestly, I want you all to have success. And I don't think you can have success without attending these events. So if you really want to make full-time income and big-time income, you can't do it without these events. You know, the first ones, I packed the car and we drove. The first one was in California, about 5-6 hours away. And we packed my car and we went and we left. It was just from a Friday to a Saturday. They're a little shorter. We left early in the morning, drove straight there till, you know, got there by 1 o'clock. It started at 1. We got there, parked, and it started. And then we spent 1 night hotel, and we all shared rooms. And then as soon as it ended on Saturday, we drove back. I mean, we have people that have driven 12, 18 hours. You know, it's that important to get there. So I'm going to tell you my takeaway, and then I want others to join on here. So my takeaway, and I presented a little bit at this one. Terry Williams was really the main feature, and I just came up to talk about the law of modeling. And she did a phenomenal job in the law of modeling. So you should all be reading John Maxwell's book, The 15 Laws of Growth. It is a phenomenal book, and we're taking the book and we're applying it to what we do in this business, which is awesome that we're paralleling like what the book talks about, being a leader and the things you should do and how you do this in this business. So one of the things when we present, we all get a topic, but we're never told a certain theme. But to me, it's always amazing that at the end of it, a theme has emerged from it, right? And I have 2 things that I took away that I saw this weekend. One was the theme that I saw through this, and if you guys saw something else, speak up, but I saw the theme of make a decision. Make a decision that you truly want to do this. Make a decision to believe in yourself, right? I always, I believe there's 3 phases for this business. One is you got to believe in the science and the product. And once you get over that phase, then you got to believe in this type of business, right? You got to believe that network marketing works, that it's not bad, right? That this is good, that this is a better way. And then number 3 is you've got to believe in yourself. And I think that number 3 is the bottom line why people quit and why people don't make it. Because I know I went through that. I went through that in my head. I went through that. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve this. Me, I can be a millionaire. No way. I'm just a poor Brazilian immigrant that came here with nothing with my parents when I was a baby to be able to have this life that I have today. Like me, that's what I thought 7 years ago. So if you can grasp that and start working on you, believing in you and changing that mindset. And there was a lot of people that talked about mindset, but first is you gotta make that decision that you want this and you deserve this. I just met so many new amazing people that need this and touched my heart. And so we do these trainings because we want you to believe just like we had to believe in ourselves in order to be where we are today. But I remember I did a talk, I think 3 years ago or 2 years ago in Kansas. And my talk was about my decision when I decided that I was going to fight for this and I was going to overcome every obstacle. And it was because I went, oh, give me a second. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I think I'm tired. It was because I went sneaker shopping for my kids for school and I couldn't get them the sneakers they wanted, right? The expensive ones. I had to get him the cheaper ones and he wanted those, they looked at those sneakers and was like, wow, Mom, I want them. And in that store that day, I had just signed up with this business, but I was having all those fears, all that anxiety, being skeptical. But I made a decision that day that never would I deny my kids what they wanted. And listen, I don't spoil my kids. I say no to a lot of things. But little things that they wanted, I wanted to be able, as a mom, right, to be able to get them the sneakers, not get them the $50 ones, get them the nice Nike ones that were $150. So I don't know, something happened to me. I made that decision. And I know a lot of people, some that are on here, had breakthroughs this weekend. That's why I'm kind of emotional, because I know a lot of people came up to me and told me, that they had made that decision. They made that decision to change their lives. They made that decision that they are worthy and that they deserve this. And they're going to stop finding excuses, right? And that they're going to go for this. So that was my big takeaway. I want to first start, if there's any elite on board. I know Nikki was going to get on board. Oh, I see Nikki. There she is. I'm going to start with the elites first, and then we'll go on to other people. So, Nikki, if you can unmute yourself.
Maria.
Take it away, sweetie.
All right.
Nikki's 7 in our business. Most of you guys probably know her, but I love Nikki. She has such a heart of gold.
Well, thank you, Maria. I appreciate it. I have 2 computers up, so I had to hurry up and put my other one down because I'm working on one, talking to you guys on the other. And yes, this weekend was amazing. I got to fix my computer so you can see me a little bit better. I completely agree. I'm exhausted. It was a crazy weekend and super fun. And we just got back not too long ago, kind of getting into the laundry cycle of the Lifevantage event. But I agree with Maria, and I totally get her emotions, because it's crazy, you guys. And I have to say that, yeah, it's that decision and that ability to say, you know what, I need to focus on this stuff and I really need to push forward. I have my little note card here because I had a few things I wanted to make sure and share. When I got into this 6.5 years ago, I had no idea that this was going to be a lot about personal growth. I got in it just to see what would happen and just to make sure everybody knew about this product. And just to see how it would progress, honestly. And I had no idea about the personal growth. And I always say that this was the best money I've ever spent on myself. And I know that I use this as a job now, so to speak, or something that pays my bills. But you guys, it's like, I think it's even better than my college education, because it gave me things I need as a person to be able to connect with others and to help people grow and help myself grow. And even sometimes I'm stubborn and I don't want to grow, or, you know, maybe you guys had that happen this weekend where you're like, hey, you need to do this and this and this in your head, or you're writing it in your notebook. And it's hard now because we're back home and we're back to our regular life, and we're not at Elite Academy with everybody rah-rahing us around and being all excited. So, but it only gets better. So make sure you hold on to that feeling of Elite Academy and get that grip on that real tight. But thank goodness for Lifevantage investing in John Maxwell and saying, hey, you know what? I get it. This is about personal growth. We need to have someone here to teach these people how to be leaders, because we didn't always have that, you guys. We had other elite distributors and other people coming in, but not a leadership development spot, you know, specifically designed to teach us how to be better leaders. So that was really, really exciting. And I have to tell you that I was lucky enough to be a guest at the 60 and 30 event. That Thursday night, they ended up having a little special reception, well, a special presentation from John Maxwell. And he was talking to just a smaller group of us. And then we all got to go into this special room, or leadership, or it's just basically a room in the hotel. And it was a meeting room. And we walked in, and like Maria's saying, as an elite, I know what it's like to be at the elite receptions. I've been treated like they do for elites, and it's amazing. And you guys, the 60 and 30, we walked in there and they had people standing at the door with champagne for you to drink. And they showed us where, you know, it was complimentary champagne and complimentary hors d'oeuvres and fancy desserts, all beautiful. And it was just a huge taste of what Lifevantage is about and how they want to treat you the best. And for the people that are working hard and working towards their goals, they want to reward them. And definitely it was a really, really good thing. And I loved it because it was just a nice glimpse. And I don't know, some of you guys may feel the same thing, but I was pretty excited about the free t-shirt. That was probably one of my favorite things. I'm like, ooh, unpacking my luggage today, excited about the free t-shirt. But we've got a great thing, and definitely what Maria said, make the decision and go get yours. This is your chance, and don't let the now that we're back home get in the way of what you want to achieve and where you want to go with this. Keep this as a priority for sure. And thanks, Maria, for letting me chat tonight with you guys.
Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate it so much. Thank you. And you know what? I had some people that went out to dinner and didn't get back in time, and and they got invited to that 60 and 30, didn't go to the John Maxwell, didn't go to the reception, didn't realize it was going to be something really special. And I'm telling you, when you go to this event and when you get invited to something and you've got that special invitation, don't miss it. Don't let going to dinner or do other things and get distracted. Like, focus. You can go to fancy dinners anytime. Like, when we go to this, like, that's why I'm exhausted today. It's because we are 100% focused, meeting people, talking to people, and doing everything possible. Like, yeah, this is work, but it's a fun work. It's an inspiring work. And I told people after Nikki told me what went on there, and I told people that I missed it. I said, they had champagne. They treated you like this was special. You earned this. They were like, regretted it so much. And you can't miss the things that you get invited to. Like, read your emails, people. And like, don't matter if you don't understand what it is, just go to what it is. They try to make you feel special, because when you have not had, Nikki and I talked about this, when you haven't had those experiences, you don't know what it is like. But when you get treated like that, like royalty and so special, like you change, and you're like, you know what? I deserve this. Like, I want to be treated like this all the time, and I can be treated, and I want other people to be treated like that. So yeah, like, go for every promotion, everything they do. And I'll talk about the promotions at the end. Gigi, since I think you're the only one that I can recall off the top of my head that's your first Elite Academy. Unmute yourself and tell us your experience. Down in the bottom, oh wait a minute, maybe I can do it. Can I do it? Oh yeah, I can.
You have to push on the
I did it. I did it.
You go. I'd never put my little arrow down there to know things came up. Oh, what can I say? I want to say to start with, I can't even express the thanks that I have and the blessings that I've got to have met every one of you at this event. I was treated like a queen, and everybody, I mean, sisters from other mothers and just had the most wonderful time. The training was unbelievable, and I go to a lot of training, and it was just so spot on. They didn't like ramble. It was just spot on the entire event. You stayed engaged the entire event. I came home so excited. I was texting people at the airport. I've already got other people interested. I just signed someone on tonight, which he's on a call with us. Welcome, Danny. And the information I got to bring back to other people with just starting in this family, I guess I call you guys my family. I just can't wait to talk with everyone.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been a distributor now?
Well, let's see. I've been taking the product for 8 days. So I signed on. I left to go on vacation. My product got to my house. And so I started July 1st as far as I'm concerned. And then immediately, of course, Michelle and Shawn Poe are unbelievable. I met those guys in Fiji. And honestly, I've been in this type of business before. And it was like this. Didn't want to talk to anybody. But because of how much respect I had for them and their integrity, it really got me interested in what they were doing and jumped right in. And Michelle wouldn't have it any other way but to get to Denver. And of course, she didn't have to twist my arm much, but it was one of the best things you could do with getting involved in this family. The best.
Wow, that's awesome. I love hearing that. Like gun and roll, 8 days. I love that t-shirt. Thank you, Gigi, for sharing, and great for getting your new distributor on board. That's how it's done. So how many people are you going to have in Orlando since you live in Florida?
Well, actually, the other girl that I signed on right after I signed on, she's already bought her plane ticket.
There you go.
Plans, and I hope to have a large group down there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Gigi. So I am going to unmute Jared, and hopefully Misty is there, because I want to tell you, we honor, Lifevantage, when they do these a couple of years ago, they started honoring people as heroes, not for building their massive businesses, but a hero because they've done challenges they've had in their life and what they had to overcome. And we look at these people as no excuses. They don't take obstacles. I mean, they climb over them. They bulldozer through them, right? And so when we have a hero from our team, I mean, my heart just gets filled, that, someone from our team got chosen. So if, I just want you guys, both of you, Misty, come on, get there, get closer. Just tell us what that felt like. And I know you guys were totally surprised. About a week before, we got on a Zoom with a couple of people in corporate, and Misty was on the call. She had no clue what it was about. And that's when it was told to her that, Misty, I want you to know that it's your team that sent in a letter. And they picked from different people send in stuff, but it's your team that honored you and put the letter and that, got submitted. So just how it felt for you guys, just share with us.
Go ahead, hon.
I think that I was just really humbled and overwhelmed. Christy and I have been friends for a really long time, and so, and she was with me throughout my cancer journey too. So it was just really nice to have her around.
Oh, we love you.
This really was just an answered prayer for us.
That is the one thing that I would add to that is that, what you guys see is, a lot of people come up to my wife after this situation, and you talk about us being surprised, Maria. Honestly, it was totally an honor that Lifevantage would do this to honor Misty. But I was not surprised. I felt like God has had a plan for my wife for a long time to shine and reach people. And a lot of people came up and told her how awesome she is. And I do believe that she's awesome. But what you guys are seeing is Christ in her. And that's just from my experience. I live with this woman day in and out. I've heard her story. I know more than Darren Jensen can tell you in 15 minutes about my wife. And there is so much more to this story. And she has so much to add value to others' lives. So
there is this incredible story in the Bible in Exodus, and it talks about two guys named Aaron and Hur, and it talks about Moses standing on this hill, and this army is fighting, and as Moses has his arms outstretched to heaven, they're winning, but he gets tired, and so his arms begin to fall. And these two guys come alongside him, and they help hold his hands up so that they can have a victory. And I feel like that is how our life has been when I was going through my cancer journey with Christy standing beside me, but also in this business. We've had a lot of people just come around us and help support us and uphold us when we didn't know what we were doing, or we didn't know how to do it. And so that was just a really encouraging story out of the Bible that I took great comfort in during my journey there, but carry it on now too. So thank you guys.
Oh, we love you. And I know you're going to be on that stage. I mean, when I saw you, I know both of you are going to be there and inspiring people and changing their lives, and how this company, this business, and the thousands that you're going to change. So I can't wait to have you up there telling your story. And then there's no excuses for us, right? After what, you've been through in your life, all excuses have to be put to the side and just decide what you want and go for it. So we are so blessed that you were honored this weekend. So
thank you.
Any other elites that are out there that I have missed? Unmute yourself. Anybody I've missed? No? Okay, so does anyone have anything they want to add and share? I gotta look at the time. 6:53. Man, it's flown by.
Maria?
Yes.
Hi, this is Patty Connell, and I had Jenice Stewart that was just going to share a little bit from, her first Elite Academy.
Absolutely, yes. You said she had a huge story. I'm sorry, I couldn't see you on my screen, and I didn't switch it around because I get nervous if I touch this computer at all.
Yeah. So anyway, I met, like you said, I met so many amazing new friends this weekend, and people that everyone touched my heart. But I had lunch with Jenice, and, we need training, and we hope that people get a good investment for their money in attending these events. And when she told me the things she told me about, her life, her struggles, and of course, she didn't wake up and say, hey, I want to do network marketing. Her husband kind of drug her to this event. And so, Jenice, I know you're out there, and I'd love for you to just share a little bit about what you shared with me at lunch, and how you feel about Lifevantage and your experience at this Elite Academy. You out there, Jenice? You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to find her. How do you spell her name?
Well, I think they're driving from Denver back to northern Arizona, and she's on her husband's cell phone.
I'll text her, Patty. It's Marissa. I'll text her.
Oh, okay.
Well, on your cell phone, all you have to do is down at the bottom is unmute it. I just don't know the number.
And while we're waiting for Jenice, everybody, while I've been listening to these amazing conversations, I'm at lifevantage.com reserving my hotel room for Orlando. Today's last day to register for this $79 fee. And there's an app out there. When Maria said, kind of start looking at airfare if you're going to drive, there's an app out there called Hopper, HOPPER.com. And you can put in there, I want to go from here to here on these dates. And it'll keep an eye on it. And it'll predict, buy now, this is a really good deal, or no, you can save money by waiting. So I use that for a lot of the traveling I do. So just in case anybody likes that. So we may have to have Jenice share maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure what happened. She texted me that she got on.
Well, do you want to tell us her story, and then tomorrow week she can tell it on the Monday call?
Yeah, I can tell you, what I know is, so we were sitting there having lunch, and Jenice is an educator. She's almost done getting her master's degree. And she was just saying she didn't want to come. Her husband just begged her to come. They started a charter school years and years ago in northern Arizona for special needs kids. And they have 10 children. They live next door to Anna and Lauren Merrill up in northern Arizona there, the Snowflake area. And she's like, in 29 years of attending, continuing education for education, I've never felt like I have at Lifevantage, like you can do this and we will help you. And she's like, I know how to recruit. We built a charter school. I had kids throwing up in the toilet, holding their ponytail on my hand, and I'm on the phone recruiting people for this charter school. And her story was just so touching, but the charter schools of Arizona shut their school down because the test scores weren't high enough, but they were dealing with special needs kids. Even the Arizona Department of Education tried to step in and handle it. And so they're going through a really, really difficult time. And so it's like losing a child. I mean, their life's work is, now they're disassembling it and have buildings to sell. But she was just the personal growth with John Maxwell, the people that she met, the people that genuinely want to help her and Sandy, her husband, build this business. The way she explained it so much better than me, but I'm telling you, this woman is amazing, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her.
She is on and she's trying to unmute, and I don't know what the problem is. So if you figure out, Jenice, how to unmute, go ahead and just interrupt. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and share, Maria, if you wanted me to.
Go ahead.
Okay, so some common themes for me. Are you there, Jenice?
No, she's not. Go ahead.
You have to hit *6.
Oh, okay.
Okay, are you there, Jenice? Go right ahead, Jenice. Go ahead and share your story. Okay, well, interrupt me if you get back on, okay? She's on Sandy's phone, so Sandy's her husband. So anyways, just interrupt me, okay? She says she's pushing on mute, but nothing's happening.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go right ahead. Great, okay. Thank you, yay.
I'm so sorry. We were trying really hard. Patty's got me crying, so I'm having a hard time talking right now. She kind of told our story, but the thing that's been so amazing is, I've been a teacher for 29 years. And like Patty said, we struggled with trying to get our school going. But the main thing is, in 29 years of education in working with kids, honestly, when I went kicking and screaming to my first thing in Salt Lake, oh my gosh, I'd never had that much training. I've never had anybody tell me I could do it. I've never had anybody build me up like that in 29 years of teaching. And, we are so excited about this. We understand what hard work is. We love hard work. We put everything we had into the charter school that we had. We put 15 years of sitting the night, working 18 hours a day for months and months and months and years on end. And what we got out of it was they shut us down and we have nothing. And now we're being told, you work as hard as you just did and you're going to have something out of this. And we're going to be able to continue to help people, which is our dream. And that's always been what we've wanted to do. So we're just so excited about the trainings that we got today or this weekend. We are so on fire. We're just like, I don't know, our contact list exploded over these last few days. But wow, I can't wait for Orlando.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. That is so beautiful. I'm telling you, when one door closes, God opens another one. I mean, because that's what happened to me. My husband had lost his job, 8 years ago, and we had to move across the country. And then I wouldn't have known about Lifevantage. I wouldn't, because there's nothing going on the East Coast still. So I know that when God closes one door, we need to believe that another one is going to open, but we've got to be open-minded. And then everyone on this training was open-minded when this came into their lives. Maybe not at first, but at some point. Marissa, do you want to share anything else? Because I want to go over the enrollment process too, so.
Well, go right ahead, Maria. I can always share another time. Go right ahead.
You sure? No, go ahead. If you've got something, go quick.
Well, I just, the common threads to me were of themes were sacrifice, consistency, personal growth. Those things we need to be doing every single day. Gabe Pearson and Jill and the Cunninghams and Seth. Those were some really profound nuggets. Also, I loved what, and I'm going to give you a couple of those nuggets, but John Maxwell, I loved when he talked about when your words and your actions are the same, you become the model for others. Don't settle and talk about where you've been and what you've done because you become a history teacher. That was like, wow, that really resonated with me, So really being present and active, we don't want to be a has-been for sure. Brandon Cunningham, how he was talking about our invites, his posture and just getting out there, like, are you having monthly meetings or, weekly meetings? Are you taking the actions today that, when you look in the mirror, would somebody want to join you? Are you modeling that work behavior? It's about giving up what you like to get what you love one day. There are sacrifices. We have to do that. There are extreme sacrifices. So one of the, I loved that they did some, when Lynette and Brandon actually did their modeling of scripts, their role play. And I actually, guess what? I had an opportunity to use that in the elevator. In between going from lunch to my hotel room before I went back to the convention center, there's a guy on the elevator. And he had the lanyard. He had a lanyard on. Our lanyards were wonderful conversation pieces. Power of You, come on. And he asked what it was, and I asked what his was, and he was a principal and a psychologist. And I told him, I used exactly, have you heard of nutrigenomics, the study of nutrition and plant compounds, changing the gene expression? And he's like, what? And he's like, my wife is a scientist. I work with kids. And I said, I can send you this ABC. The door's open to the elevator. He's trying to get out the door. Bing, ding, 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 ding. I'm like past the time. And I go, can I text you this info? I got his info. I texted. Within 3 minutes, he texted me back. And he said, 5 minutes. And he said, this seems really interesting. I said, meet me down in the lobby and I'll take you over there. He said, okay. We went over there. I introduced him to Dr. Sveta. I introduced him to Carrie Williams. I said, it can be a little kind of wild and crazy here, because, it can be overwhelming if you don't know. He hadn't even had a presentation. Come to find out, his family had done network marketing and they have another business. And he asked for all the information. So we texted yesterday and today. I've sent him an email. And on 3 hours sleep and a nap, and we'll see where it goes. But, it was that conversation, that nugget I got, that if I hadn't gone to Elite Academy, I would not have gotten that nugget, right? I've used that before, but it's just reinforcing what these masters are doing. And you guys, last thing I'll say, because I got tons of notes, but I want Maria to take over. But last thing I will say is that these guys started this company, Maria and, the Cunninghams and the Pearsons, and they got in at the beginning and they ran like crazy and they had that burning desire. And I could feel that this weekend. I could feel it starting all over again. And I've been posting stuff on Facebook and I'm out of my comfort zone and I don't give a rat's what anybody thinks, because we are family here. We have something extraordinary that is changing the world. So get out there, get it going, share, get uncomfortable, because everything that we want is on that other side. Okay? Love you all.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. So quickly, I want to just show you the how to enroll someone and what's changed. So they have made it so much simpler where you don't have to put the address in 3 times. It's just so simple. I'm going to share my screen. Share screen, hang on. So when you're on, when you go to join us now is for distributors, right? So when you're joining here, you're signing up a distributor. You have to scroll to the bottom you can see down here, sign up as a preferred customer instead. So if you start filling this out, the join us button now is really for distributors. If they're going to be a customer, you got to click at this little button down here at the bottom. I'm going to click on it. I haven't done it. Okay, now it'll go to, now they're going to start shopping. So you can see how the process is different now. Okay, that's one change. The other change that we can use is if you go to your cart, right? So we want distributors enroll, customers check out. So if I'm with someone and I've got my iPad or my computer or my phone, I can do this right on my phone, and I've done it sitting right beside someone. I'm talking to them, they're like, hey, I just want to be a customer, great. You go to this cart right up here, and I've got 3 things in my cart already. I'm ready for someone, okay? Someone's going to sign up, and I'm ready for them. They want Pro Tandem and the True Science Skincare. Here, if I click on this share button, it's going to give me a link. I can go to an email. I can click right there where it says email and put their email in, and they're going to get an email with this link. Or I can right click, I'm on my computer, I can right click here and I can select all is select. I can copy, and I can, if I was on my phone doing this and I copy this, I could put it in a text message. I could put it in Facebook Messenger, and then I send them. When they click on that link, click on it and open it. I have to send it to someone. When you click on that and open it, it just has these products right there already. If they told me this is what they wanted to order, and all they have to do is put their name, their address information, and their credit card all one time, and then set up what they want for their subscription. So I have taught for the longest time not to say auto ship, because it does have a negative connotation and some people don't like it. I've always said, I'm going to set up your monthly order, because you're going to be taking this product 4 to 6 months. It's not the miracle pill in 1 month. So I've always told people I'm setting up their monthly order. Now the company is changing to their subscription, right? So they place their initial order and this is their subscription. So you can use subscription or monthly order, but just stay away from the auto ship. You know, people get a little nervous with that. Like, I can't get out of it, right? So when you send them this link, it's that easy. So I've been with someone where I was on my phone and I sent them the link, and then right there, they could put their information in. So that is one of the different ways to do it. I'm going to stop sharing this now. And I want to show you quickly from my app. So I think it's LV Pro. So LV Pro, can you see this? Oh, wait a minute. I got to get to where I can see, because I can't even see what I'm showing you. Hopefully there's not a glare. I see a glare. I don't know if you guys can see it. But if I click on LV Pro is this app here. When you click on it, and it takes a little while here, so I should have had it ready. But when you click on it, you can, there's a section that says invite, right? So you have your contact list, and you can send them an invite. When you send them that invite to their phone, right? They send it as a text message. When they click on it, you're inviting them to be a distributor. Now, this is someone you've talked to, and they're like, yes, I want to sign up. Great. You go to your LV Pro app. Wait a minute. I think I can do it. It opened up. So you go to enroll. I don't know if you guys can see this. Sorry for the glare. But you go to enroll in that app, and then your prospects are going to come up. You pick someone. You pick a prospect, and then
这个部分我们就我
and
上面
then
要
oh, wait a minute, somebody unmuted themselves. So, and then you select the person and you send the invite, and it says, hey, thank you for, excited for you to join me. It has a little text there. And then when they click on that, they can start enrolling, and it is so streamlined. One time they're putting in their contact information, they're selecting their packs, and they go from there. Somebody asked me, yes, you can change the PC country in there. There's a section somewhere where you can change the PC country. So I just wanted you guys to be aware that it's changed a little bit. So when you get in and you see that it's different, I would go ahead and play with it, right? Go in, look around, fill it out. You can go all the way to the end of the process before you put your credit card information. That's how I learned how to do this, is I went in and I just pretended. You know, I put my cousin's name or my kid's name. So play around with it so you're comfortable when you're signing someone up. But on the phone, LV Pro is really simple to use. So we will have more training. They are going to do more training. Look for Ryan Goodwin's page. One thing, Darren Jensen has a page, not his personal, a page. Go look for that page. He's doing 3 interviews a week. One with the top leader, one with someone that is a mover and a shaker that's building their business, and someone in a doctor series that he's doing. And you can use those to share and send to people. He's doing some awesome interviews. And, you know, as you got prospects, you know, when people say, what do I do? What do I follow up? Or what do I share with people? Well, if you listen to something or you hear something that makes you think of someone, well, send them that. Say, hey, listen to this interview with our CEO and this person. Listen to their story and how they've had success. These are all the tools that you can use. You never know what tool, what you send someone that's finally going to click with them. So love you guys. Have a rest of a happy Sunday. And Monday morning on our call, I hope to hear you all tomorrow morning on our Monday motivational call. And I cannot wait to see you next week. So love you all and be blessed.
Hey, Maria.
Yes.
Can I ask a question? I was looking for the sign up for the Elite Academy in Orlando, but I can't find it on the blue calendar, big blue calendar.
It won't be on the big blue calendar. You have to go to lifevantage.com. Here, I can share my screen. It should be, I got to get out of this. Hold on. How can I back it up? Let me back it up one more time.
See, I didn't see it there either.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me move this out of the way. Wait a minute. Let me stop this recording first.
Yeah.